Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible? Can you hear
Yes.
me? Thank you
Yep.
for this opportunity. And I teach English at the secondary level. And I feel a phased re-entry of students should be one of the things to consider for social distancing. That means bringing the elementary students first for quarter one rather than middle and high school, so that the elementary kids can be spread over in elementary building as well as middle school, because there will be more room to spread out in different buildings, or keeping the student teacher ratio 10 or less. After I have come up with my points after reading the Maryland Together plan that was shared by MSDE. And middle school and secondary, they can, at least for quarter one, that is the test drive period, they can continue with the distance learning plan that we already started, and they can come back with a 2 day rotation if things look brighter over time. And Fridays can be kept for teacher planning and PDs. And I would also suggest looping, because, with partial time of kids coming to the building, looping and keeping the same kids and the same teacher for at least part of the school year, if not the full, would be a plan for teacher effectiveness and familiarity with the same group of students and families. That will provide positive impact. And also, if students, faculty, or staff have immunocompromised health, they should be given the option of a substitute teacher in the classroom, and the regular teacher of record can join the class through distance learning, where a substitute can man the classroom physically with a doctor's note. And also, me in my classroom does not have any window for cross ventilation, light, or fresh air. And that was a concern, but now with the pandemic, it's a worry. Coming together. So, restricting. So, changing classrooms will be one of the options. Putting kids and teacher together in classrooms that has cross ventilation and windows for fresh air and light, and not in classrooms that do not have that option. And also lunches in the classroom, as you already shared, restricting students from changing classrooms as much as possible, and rather keep the teachers rotating and change classrooms to avoid hallway traffic. And we will. Yes, thank you so much, and I appreciate this opportunity and all the brainstorm that is storming that is going on. Thank you for your time.
I don't have anything to say.
Yes, good afternoon. A lot that was said was concerns that I already had, but one of my biggest concerns is I'm an IA and I work with special needs children, and I have a concern about when we deal with potty issues as far as spreading of the germs. What precautions are going to be in place for that? And when children have sore clothes, we normally just put them in a bag. What precautions are going to be taken for that, as far as not spreading germs? And also, my other concern is about employees with, because this, already have underlying conditions. What precautions or safety measures are going to be put in place for them?
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, so my main question, I'm a parent as well as a teacher here in Charles County, and my main concern, would there be like some type of making sure there is some type of consistency in regards to how instruction is given on all grade levels? I guess that would be my main issue. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to speak.
concerns. A lot of them have already been addressed. There are many things that we do know about COVID-19, so I wanted to focus on some of the things that we do know. We know that some people are asymptomatic. We know that being inside increases the risk. So just shifting gears really quick, has there been like maybe a focus group of students who were in a classroom setting? How did these students fare? Were they able to keep their mask on? When they went to use the restroom, how do we really monitor if they're washing their hands properly? And what will be in place for students who will struggle, especially special needs students, with wearing that mask? And then also just having staff all on one accord, because everyone has an opinion on COVID. So some people feel, they may not get it. Some people really don't want to wear a mask. Just in general, people have different thoughts and different feelings on, the safety and everything else was addressed. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you so much for coming back to me and giving. Okay. So I had asked sort of how we were going to hold our students accountable. I believe we need to give them some clearer expectations and guidelines as to how their grade will be determined. Students and parents had questioned about grades throughout this distance learning for this spring, and we had no answer for them except that students needed to complete all assigned tasks in Teams and TEKS, when in actuality, they just needed to complete one task in either Teams or Apex. So I feel like we were very misleading, which is against what I stand for as a teacher. I really believe in being honest and transparent, and I don't think that happened. My next point is that we also need to hold the teachers accountable as well, as far as providing feedback in a timely manner, because I really think distance learning is going to work, and feedback has to be a part of it. This leads me to the elementary distance learning. Our county needs to come up with some alternative to paper packets. For 8 weeks, students completed work on paper without any kind of feedback from their teachers. Feedback fosters learning, leads to deeper understanding and greater student achievement. By transitioning to a digital curriculum, teachers can provide that feedback and assess students' understanding more in the moment or as tasks are completed. Students can then use that feedback to gain a deeper understanding or even a different perspective. There is no way that a young child can complete an assignment on, say, a Monday, receive feedback a week later, and then be able to apply it. By that time, they've forgotten what they did in the first place. So, especially at the elementary level, we need curriculum for those students that allows teachers to assess student understanding and provide feedback quickly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. McGraw? That concludes the town hall. Ms. McGraw, do you have any further comments?
No, I do not, other than to say thank you very much for everyone that participated today, as well as staff members and the work that went into the presentations for us as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes our town hall for staff.